I welcome into the Baltimore Ravens Blitz. Dustin Hawkinsmith here with your latest news and analysis on the Baltimore Ravens as we start to wind down the preseason and look ahead to the regular season. Ravens beat writer Aaron Kazanich joins us in just a little bit to talk about the preseason finale and roster deadline day, which is looming on Saturday. We'll start with the news of the day, though. The Ravens traded pass rusher Kamalei Correa to the Tennessee Titans in exchange for a 6th-round draft pick. This is a guy who was a former 2nd-round pick in the 2016 draft. Never really put it together for the Ravens. And in the meantime, Baltimore had some young pass rushers start to emerge. Correa might have been on the roster chopping block anyway. The Ravens, I think, did a good job getting a little bit of value in return for Correa from the Tennessee Titans. All right, NFL deadline day coming up on Saturday, 4 p.m. Eastern time. The Ravens will have to get down to 53 players on their roster. They've got some choices to make. A lot of that will be focused on the quarterback position, where Joe Flacco and Lamar Jackson have roster spots locked up. The big question remaining is, will veteran Robert Griffin III have a shot to be the Ravens' 3rd quarterback? Aaron Kazanich joins us now to give us the lowdown on what's happening with RG3.
Hey everybody, Aaron Kazanich here from PennLive. I'm out here in Owings Mills, Maryland, where the Baltimore Ravens are preparing for their final preseason game, which will be Thursday night against the Washington Redskins. Of course, that's Robert Griffin III's former team. The Redskins drafted Griffin in 2012. But Griffin isn't just playing in a storyline because of the former team. He's also trying to win a roster spot. The Ravens the past 7 years have only kept 2 quarterbacks on the 53-man roster. Griffin III wants to be that 3rd quarterback this year behind Joe Flacco, Lamar Jackson. The dilemma is, if you keep 3 quarterbacks, you'll lose a roster spot somewhere else. But the value Griffin would bring is a veteran who might be able to relieve Joe Flacco or step in if Flacco gets hurt, and he might be more ready than Lamar Jackson in his rookie year. So that's the storyline going down in this final week before roster cutdowns come on Saturday. And if Robert Griffin III has a good game on Thursday, he'll give himself a shot to make the team.
And for RG3, setting up a pivotal game against his former team, the Washington Redskins, has sounded like a more humble player all through training camp and the preseason. He talked this week about what he's comfortable with his preseason, his performance so far, and his gratitude to the Ravens for giving him this opportunity. He thinks he's made the most of it. We'll see what he does Thursday to warrant a roster spot. Here's what RG3 had to say.
I just try to focus small and worried about or focused on coming out for these last couple of days of practice and putting together 2 strong practices and going into the game, just getting ready to play, and whatever happens, happens. But if I was to say that, I sat out of football last year and was to come and have an opportunity to play for the Baltimore Ravens and have the preseason that we have so far, winning all our games, and personally playing the way I played, I would say it was a successful camp. And I'm just really excited and grateful for the opportunity from the Ravens and the organization, and Mr. Bisciotti and all the guys that came together to give me an opportunity. So I couldn't ask for anything more.
All right, the Ravens got off to a really healthy, near optimal start to training camp and through the early part of preseason. Towards the end here, they've had some injuries to work through, but otherwise a tremendous preseason for this Ravens team. 4-0 so far. They've won 12 straight preseason games dating back a couple seasons. We will see what they do in their preseason finale, and then ultimately what that means for the start of the regular season as well. And that's it for this edition of your Baltimore Ravens Blitz. Stay tuned all year long here on PennLive.com for the latest news and analysis for your Ravens. We'll see you next time.